Hello, this is my friend Tim here. He's from Russia. So today I'm going to ask him a few questions regarding Russian people and the Russian market. So the first question, Tim, no offense, because usually when I meet many Russian people in exhibitions, in many events, I feel they are very cold. It's not very easy to talk to them, or sometimes when you smile to them, they don't smile to you, right?
Yeah.
Is that true?
I think it's true in general. Well, we come from a cold country, and usually we have a saying that about Russian people, when you approach them from like the first time, or you talk to them appearance, their outward appearance is very cold, but once you break through and you already have some initial contact and some initial trust, people actually open up a lot. So we're sort of cold on the outside and warm on the inside.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's true or not, but at least in Russia we think that Western people are different. So they sometimes very smiley, they're very open from the very beginning, but then you get closer to know them, and actually you think that you should trust them, but sometimes you cannot trust them, you know. But with Russian people, it's very straightforward. So they will be cold to you in the beginning, but if they're nice to you, that means they trust you already, and you can be sure that you can trust them too.
Okay, so we open this topic. So my question is, how do we approach them? Like you say, as probably a Chinese supplier who would like to do business with Russian companies, how do we, make them open, make them welcome you, make them accept you, or eventually do business with Chinese companies? How?
Yeah, I think for Russia in general, I know in China, you do things the Asian way, which is usually not direct, indirect. In China, in Japan, I know it's always a very indirect approach. But Russia is totally opposite. So we're very direct. Of course, when you talk to you have a prospect or client you want to win, or maybe a Russian supplier or anyone from Russia, you want to make friends with them, or you want to do business with them. Of course, I would advise you to be friendly, as you always are with everybody else. But at the same time, especially in your first contact, I would advise that you make your intentions clear and direct. And in your first conversation, you make your intentions clear, and you tell what more or less you want from them, or you want to do with them together. Because in Russia, we really don't like this approach that sometimes people, they seem very on the outside, they seem very smiley and so on, but in the end you talk to them and you don't understand what they want from you. So for Russian people, if you are in this kind of situation, we would automatically think that maybe we shouldn't trust this guy because we don't really understand what they want from us. We talk to them, but they talk and talk and talk, and they're very nice and very welcoming, but they're not very direct in their intentions. So my main advice would be friendly, but at the same time, be direct in what you want with the person, whether you want to be partners or clients and so on. So after the Russian person knows exactly what kind of relationship you have between you, and it's clear for them, and your intentions are clear, I think it's easier to do business because you know what to expect from each other.
All right. So my next question is, in China, when we approach to clients, we always like to be social with the clients. Usually we like to invite the client for dinner. Sometimes we offer a small gift or a nice meal and some drinks after this meeting. Is that very common in Russia?
Yes, it is. No, Russia is not another planet. It's still on planet Earth. So we're still the same species, same people, and everybody likes to be treated nicely, and everybody likes to be in a friendly company. So of course, that's also a good approach to do, and to invite people for dinners and everything. But yeah, as I say, I think your intentions should be clear. So I know that actually in the Asian culture, sometimes it's the opposite. So sometimes if you go and talk to the person and you're too direct, you tell them straight away what you want from them, and you don't try to become friends first and kind of show your attitude and show how you're nice to them and that you're ready to do some things for them by inviting them to dinner and saying that you're ready to do something for them. Then if you're too direct, sometimes people would actually be set back. They would think, oh, this person has no manners, essentially. Especially, I know that, well, in China,
Yes.
but in Russia it's the other way. But of course, if you show your intentions, and if your client or your counterparty feels like, why not try and see, maybe we can do some business together, then yeah, you can go for dinner, you can have some activities to do together.
All right. So, do you have any like other suggestions for Chinese companies who want to do business with Russia? Do you have any tips for them, or like also some advices for them? Probably, right now regarding the current situation, things are very complicated to do business in Russia.
Yeah, as you said, there's a quite terrible international situation in general. I think more or less everywhere. The world is not doing too well.
Yeah.
But specifically in Russia, if you're dealing with somebody who has business in Russia and they rarely go abroad, or they don't have that many international connections, people in Russia, they tend to have a stereotype that everybody hates them, essentially. So they come to you, they come to meeting with you, and they already think that maybe they listen to what they say on the TV and everything, that maybe people in other countries are not very friendly to Russians. So it would be great to break this stereotype, I think, by showing that you have a friendly intention to them, and you can just show that the person that maybe you don't agree with what you hear on the Western news or something like this, or just tell your opinion about this, your direct opinion about what's going on in the world and so on. So I think after you really show that, for the Russian person, it's important to know that in the outside world, there's still some people that are friendly to them. So if you break that stereotype that Russians have, then they will be more likely to be with you and work with you and have a good connection with you as well.
All right, very useful tips. So I hope this information are useful for my followers. Thank you very much for coming to my channel. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, thank you so much.